Welcome to another edition of SVG Sports Tech On Demand. I'm Jason Dackman, Chief Editor at SVG. Thanks so much for joining us. We are here with Tedial today, and Julián from Tedial is here to talk about SmartLive. It's a system we've heard a lot about over the last few years and is now getting into some real-world use cases. Julián, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, Jason, for this opportunity.
Absolutely. So let's start out with essentially SmartLive is an automated production system that allows for sports productions to be captured using AI and ML very easily and very quickly. And you guys are working with Proximus Media House on some very cool Champions League related projects. Can you tell us a little bit about how you're providing PMH's subscribers with the best possible viewing experience?
Yeah, well, first of all, what we have done there is to be integrating all the systems that they have so that we get all the live feeds automatically when the recording has started. And we offer them to the operators in low res, so they can start working and watching that content and clipping everything that they need. In parallel, the other cool thing that we are doing is to be importing automatically all the Opta feeds, which are coming to PMH, and we will be automatically logging and aggregating all the metadata, which is describing the actions, the different players, the different things which are happening in the event. We put everything together, and we offer to the operators the tools to be creating all the content and all the summaries and highlights that they need in a very efficient and simple way.
Very cool. So in the case of Proximus Media House, was SmartLive kind of customized at all to meet their specific requirements? Did it have to be compatible with their in-house infrastructure and workflow? How did you make it work specifically for this customer?
Well, in reality, SmartLive has not been customized in any way because what we offer or has been configured, we can say, because SmartLive is in PMH is the result of more than 2 years of configuring workflows and adapting the workflows that we have from other customers and from the background that we have. As you know, we are workflows, orchestration, and media asset management company. We've been in market for over 20 years. So what we have done is to be using all this experience that we have in the workflows orchestration, integration, different systems. We have configured these workflows that will be adapted for PMH, integrating all the third-party elements that they have there, and then put a solution which is really efficient and useful for them. But we have not created any custom software or something, just to be adapting the solution that we have to be working efficiently with the third-party system that they have, which are, for example, EBS, where we are automatically detecting all the new recordings which are happening. So without any human interaction, we are automatically importing all the recordings in real time. Avid Interplay, that we are automatically referencing all the content which is being recorded and sending parallel to Avid Interplay. We are able to be creating sequences without sending the media again to Interplay. Opta, as I mentioned before, we are automatically getting all the metadata which is coming from Opta, aggregating this metadata and putting into the system so that the operators, they can easily create the auto highlights. We are also integrating the social media in order to be sending content to YouTube and other platforms. And also we are integrating the other storage, or the storage that they have there. And in new phases of the project, we will be integrating the Watson, which is the system which is scheduling the different events, Vantage, and other tools that they have. So basically, and in a very short answer, we have not customized the software. We have just adapted the workflows to the third-party system that they have in their facilities.
So if you have a established workflow with many third-party vendors, like in the case of PMH, you can kind of plug SmartLive in and it'll play well with others. It'll play well with all the other third-party users.
Yeah, and the added value and the difference with other competitors is that we are experts in system integrations. So if in the future, for example, they decide to be changing I don't know, EBS or Avid or whatever for another system, the workflows will be the same. From one operator point of view, will be the same. So we will be integrating all these elements seamlessly, and the workflows will remain the same because we are providing one abstraction layer on the top of the different systems which are part of Proximus. But the software and the core products are the same products that we are deploying over the 50 different customers that we have worldwide. So there's no custom development for them.
Very cool. So in the case of PMH or those other customers that you kind of mentioned, how does it affect their workload to bring SmartLive into their system? Are they, being able to generate more content while automating some of these processes? How does it really impact their day-to-day workload?
Yeah, well, they have improved efficiency because one of our philosophy in general, and even more in the sport, where they have to be producing content really quick because of the time constraint and to have the content available in a very short period of time, is to be simplifying the workflows or the operator's task, so that they need to focus only in the creativity. So, for example, in the case of Proximus or the SmartLive, we have a module which is called Automatic Highlights, and this module is taking all the heavy work of going into the content, selecting the in and out point of the different content, and then marking, adjusting the in point and out points, the pre-roll, post-roll, and all these kind of things. It is done automatically by the tool. The tool has AI algorithms that will allow, depending on the type of sport, in this case, the football, and depending on the action, for example, a goal, that in a goal, if you want to be offering the user only the usable part of the goal, that you have to take a few seconds before the scene starts, and also a few seconds after for the celebration, which is different, for example, from a yellow card. So we are providing only the segments, and the only thing they have to do is to be adjusting a few the ADL in order to be delivering to the different platforms that they have. So the thing is that they can produce more content with the same people that will, at the end, the final goal is to be engaging the audience, because they are able, for example, to produce more content focused on one specific player, on one specific team, or all the actions that happen during the football match very quick, efficiently, without having to spend a lot of time browsing the content, selecting the in and out points and everything, because all of that is done automatically by the system using these AI tools.
It really streamlines things rather than just the constant work that is required to do a single highlight. You're really able to streamline them. And with that, I'm sure you're able to then send content to all kinds of different platforms rather than just, your linear channel or something. You mentioned earlier about how you're directly integrated into some of the social media channels. In PMH's case, how did they distribute some of the SmartLive created content to various different platforms besides just their main channel?
Yeah, this is one of the beauties of the system and the unique selling points, because as I mentioned before, we are abstracting all the different applications which are part of the ecosystem that they have. So the operator, from using the same let's say user interface and the same buttons, they can be clicking and sending the content for example, for the web or for the linear playout or for social media. Because also we have a module which is called Campaigns module that will be sending the content simultaneously to all these different platforms with the common metadata, adjusting the specific metadata that has to be sent for the different platforms. But for the operator's point of view, they don't have to care about the specific things or the specific integration details about each platform. And what is more important, that in the future, if they decide to be adding a new endpoint or a new destination, a new platform or something, for them, it will be a new button or a new option. They don't have to care about if they have to put in a different folder or if they have to do some other manual things. All of that is done for the system because of the integration layer that we are offering for this.
So the workflow is standardized so that even when something gets added, you already know the workflow for getting it done. Very cool. So with PMH specifically, what was some of the feedback, the benefits, the takeaways that they gave you for using SmartLive, and how do you think those benefits could apply to, you know, other sports broadcasters?
Yeah, I think that the main takeaway is the usability and efficiency of the platform. Also, taking all the feedback, all the background, and all the experience that we have with the workflows integration. And the other one, which is quite important, I will say, is future proof, because they know that in the future, if they want to be changing another element of the system that we have integrated, or if they want to be adding, I don't know, for example, new formats or new platforms or any other thing, the system will be able to evolve easily and without having to redesign all the workflows which are deployed there. So it's we can say that the main takeaways will be efficiency and future proof.
Very good. Very, very cool. So SmartLive has been around for a few years. It's really exciting to see it deployed in real world scenarios. We can see what it could mean for the future of sports production. And Julián, thank you so much for taking the time to give us a deeper look into your guys' work with PMH. And we're excited to hear what Tedial has coming down the road. But for now, really appreciate your time and stay safe.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. And same for you.